What the hell are you?
We are Venom.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. After several delays, Venom Let There Be Carnage just arrived in theaters. I cannot believe it's actually out now. I remember, I think people were speculating that the trailer was going to come out October of 2020. Yeah, that did not happen. It came out like May, I think. Oh my god, and it wasn't even that good of a trailer. Yeah, so Venom, it's been a long time, so I'm happy to finally be talking about it.
Cracked Egg Reviews.
Alright, Venom Let There Be Carnage. It is an interesting film, I must say. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about, more on the stuff I didn't like, but we'll talk about some good stuff. Okay. Well, I think this movie really improved on, this movie really added more onto the chemistry between Venom and Eddie Brock. I think that was by far the best part of this movie, and it made this movie feel fun and energetic, and Andy Serkis did that so well. I love that about this movie. I thought it was so well done in that area. So, it was just like the first film, but the part that everyone actually wanted to see. And yeah, there were so many good moments. I think probably my favorite moment was actually at the start of the movie where, spoilers, this is like the worst spoiler ever, but Eddie Brock pushes Venom into the washroom, and they're in one of these stalls arguing, and then they zoom out, the camera does, and then you see this girl in the stall beside him. Oh, that was funny. The whole theater was actually laughing, and I did too. That was actually funny, and I really liked that. Yeah, there were so many fun moments inside of this movie with Eddie and Venom, and I really want to see more of it. I'm interested in a Venom 3. Hopefully Spider-Man. That'd be cool. Next up, what we're going to be talking about is the post-credit scene. Everyone seems to be losing their shit over this post-credit scene, and when I saw it in theaters, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, the theater reaction right there. But spoilers, I'm gonna spoil it because you should have went to see Venom opening night. No, I'm kidding. Well, I am gonna talk about spoilers, but it's not that good of a movie. You can just watch the post-credit scene. Yeah, so in the post-credit scene, you see Venom, Eddie, they're talking on a bed. They're like, hey man, let's get some bromance in here. No. But Venom's saying he's gonna introduce all this stuff into Eddie's mind about what happened to the symbiote, and then Eddie's about to do it or hear it, and then the whole thing shifts in WandaVision, and not really sure what happens there, but Venom or Carnage or fucking Carnage. No, Eddie Brock is looking at the TV, and then they're like, J. Jonah Jameson, Spider-Man, what a menace. He's talking about that or some shit, and then you see this really stupid ass looking Spider-Man gif. It almost looks like he's it's so bad, but yeah, I didn't really understand that, because if Venom and Eddie Brock, if they got transferred into the MCU when Doctor Strange did all that stuff, that he was erasing everyone knowing who Spider-Man was, and then he sees on the news who Spider-Man is, and I didn't really understand that much. And I've seen theory videos and none of them bring that up, so I'm like, did the spell not work? Don't really know, but hey, I guess we'll find out in Spider-Man No Way Home or the Internals post-credit scene, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, it's not like a problem I have with the movie. I'm just wondering, like, what does that mean? Was Andy Serkis not hit up about what's happening with Spider-Man? I mean, I guess not, but we're gonna move on to the bad. Now, for the bad, I have some problems with this movie. Definitely, of course. It's not a perfect movie. But I think, before we say anything, like, Andy Serkis, he is probably one of the best actors in today's modern age. And you would think, from being in, like, fucking Marvel, Planet of the Apes, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, King Kong, you would think he would get a little bit of, like, knowledge in the movie business and have, like, I'm more pointing towards Planet of the Apes because that's, like, the best movies ever created. Like, you would think he would take inspiration and, you know, have some sort of sense of how to make a really fucking cool movie. Not really. Venom 2 has no comparison whatsoever to Planet of the Apes, which is kind of sad. Is that a spider inside of here? Bro. Pretty sure it is. I'll get rid of it after the video though. Interesting. I think he should have taken a little bit of inspiration. Like, there are some cool shots in Venom, but I was expecting a little bit more from Andy Serkis. Now he's even in the Batman. So, I don't know. But now I want to talk a little bit about Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson is another one of the best actors in this modern era. And yet, in this movie, I did not like him whatsoever. He was not a likable villain. His acting was fine, I guess. It wasn't top tier Woody Harrelson though. Like, I just didn't like him in this movie. I felt he was annoying, and whenever it would cut to him, I would not care about that. I just want to see Eddie and Venom arguing. That's all I want to see, and them having, like, some cool chemistry. But literally, Woody Harrelson and, like, Eddie Brock and Venom have, like, two halves of the movie. Like, they get their own half and then they come together to make the big fight at the end. But for this half, I just didn't care about it. And his purpose to be, like, a serial killer in this movie was so stupid. It was, he wanted to be loved. But that's not stupid or anything. That makes sense, right? But his backstory was so dumb. He, like, pushed his grandma down the stairs and killed his mom with, like, a blow dryer when she was having a bath. Like, he's like, I want to be loved. Like, are you kidding me? That was so stupid. And then his girlfriend in this movie, Shariq, really, this did not work for me. Carnage is cool, but Woody Harrelson and Shariq inside of this movie just did not work for me at all. I thought it didn't feel like what this movie should have been. I don't know, I just didn't like that part at all. I hated Woody Harrelson's part, and that is sad for me to say because Woody Harrelson is, like, one of my favorite actors. So I'm really sad to be saying that, but Venom 2, guys, this movie didn't really do it for me. I wasn't the biggest fan of this one. It's maybe a little bit better than the first one, but not by much. This movie was, should I say, meh. It was kind of like the Emoji Movie. Yeah, it was just not good. Overall, Venom had some good moments inside of it, but just didn't really hit with me that well, and that kind of felt like the first one again, which I didn't like that much. So Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, I'm gonna be giving a solid 55 out of 100. This gets a solid A. Like, it's different from school, these ratings, so I mean, it's not a cracked egg, but it's solid, so it's not garbage, but it's not great. It's not a cooked egg or anything, so hey, Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Tell me what you thought of it down in the comment section.
Alright, time to get rid of the spider.